Quick take coming to you from Saskatchewan here today. And you know, it's been a while since I've uploaded because I've been busy. I've been out on tour. I've been on the Laugh You Bastards tour doing comedy shows all over the place, and it's been fantastic. Now, y'all know I got my Christmas special going to be coming up, obviously, in a couple days here, but I just couldn't pass by what's happening with our federal government right now without saying something about it. So I would like to present to you an episode that I call You Gotta Be Shitting Me, the Justin Zoolander Megaspecial. Now, I call it the Justin Zoolander Megaspecial because everything that the federal government touches lately just seems to turn into absolute garbage, and the only thing you got left that you can say is, well, you gotta be shitting me. Like, take for example, November 15th, Canada Post goes on strike. And it's not actually Canada Post that goes on strike. It's actually the Canada Union of Postal Workers, go figure, a union that issued strike notice, and then Canada Post locked them out. The funny thing is, hey Blue Ball, that this strike was facilitated by CUPW, which actually handles like the transport and sorting side of Canada Post, and the actual employees that you interact with day to day at the post office belong to a different union, and they actually still had to go into work to do absolutely nothing. Well, you have got to be shitting me. Canada Post is a crown corporation. That means the federal government owns it, which means it is managed by these bunch of lunatics. And just like anything the federal government touches, last year alone, Canada Post lost $748 million, $750 million loss. Do you know who the only people are that are dumb enough to try and ask for more money out of a corporation that lost $750 million last year? Union leaders that are busy trying to justify their glorified paychecks while thinking that they would garner public support while doing it during Christmas time. Sorry, Timmy, I know you want to send a letter to Santa Claus, but you can't because we need to justify taking union dues off of our members' paychecks every month. So then the feds decide not to do anything about it until the 17th of December, which is 7 days past when Canada Post usually says, hey, if you don't have your Christmas packages shipped by this day, we're not going to get them to where they're going for Christmas. And anybody that's involved in small business is just completely fucked by these bastards. And if you're like me and you have a website that you've been shipping merchandise all across the world with, you went around and found somebody else that does it other than Canada Post, and I can promise you right now, I will never switch back to those bastards again. Congratulations, Canada Union of Postal Workers. Your bullshit was probably the last nail in the coffin for Canada Post. So then we fast forward to November 21st, and Prime Minister Zoolander announces a GST holiday that's going to give Canadians a break on things like pop, Christmas trees, candy, chocolate bars, takeout food, pub food, kids' clothes, and kids' diapers. You gotta be shitting me. So if you wait until the 14th of December to go buy your Christmas tree, you can pick through the Charlie Brown ones that are left. And after that, you can go buy some junk food and some booze to drink your depression away that this monkey's actually the guy that's in charge of our country. And you can thank Lloyd Christmas here that you saved an average of about $4. This guy thinks he's some kind of a hero, announcing that he's gonna save you GST on essentials like kids' clothes and diapers. Well, they should have GST on him in the first place. It's expensive enough to try and raise a kid in this country with the way he's bastardized it. But then, when they talk about the junk food they're gonna exempt from GST, they do it in a grocery store with groceries behind them that are already GST exempt. But all hail Derek Zoolander. And because it's not mandatory, most small businesses don't want to navigate the labyrinth of trying to switch over their systems and then switch it back in 2 months. So you as a consumer can take your receipts and you can submit them to CRA for a full refund of your GST. And the large corporations that actually have the technology to do this are actually going to take that GST off the till, but you'll probably notice them nudging their prices up on products because why not use the government to fuck your customers a little bit more? So along with this GST holiday for the holidays, Lloyd Christmas said he was going to do something called the Working Canadians rebate, where he's going to cut a $250 check to everybody that worked and made less than $150,000 in 2023. Going to cost the government almost $5 billion. And finally, Christian talked to everyone like they're in kindergarten Freeland, tells him no. So Justin, the self-proclaimed feminist Zoolander, fires Chrystia Freeland, because that's what all feminists do. They support women by firing them. Just ask the pile of women that this guy's thrown under the bus before her, and tries to shuffle her off to Canada-US relations. Freeland refuses and publicly resigns as Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister from Trudeau's cabinet. And now a whole bunch of people are praising Freeland as some kind of a hero. You've got to be shitting me. Freeland's not a hero. She's a loser, just like Bill Morneau was. Remember him? He was finance minister before her. He was found in violation of the Conflict of Interest Act, and he got fired. And now Krista took over from him and just continued to let Zoolander spend like some kind of a kid in a toy store that has absolutely no concept of money. And then on the day that Freeland is supposed to deliver the fall economic update that was out by $20 billion. That's right, they blew past what they were supposed to hit by $20 billion. And Freeland just kind of conveniently resigns and just isn't going to worry about it. She ran away from it as fast as these steers are running away from me. Earth to everyone that thinks Freeland is a hero. She was the one that said the way out of financial hardship is canceling your subscription to Disney Plus, and laughed like the Wicked Witch of the West when she froze her own citizens' bank accounts. Do we remember who jacked the capital gains tax on everybody? If you spend 4 years augering holes in the hull of the financial ship of Canada and it's sinking down to the bottom of the ocean, you are not a hero if you jump out when your bestie wants to drill the last hole that's going to pound it down to the bottom of the ocean where it'll never come from again. You're just as guilty as they are. So amid all this chaos, there's rumors that Mark Carney, who's been sniffing around at the trough like a hungry pig, is going to be appointed finance minister. But then, at a last-minute decision, Derek Zoolander appoints Dominic LeBlanc as his finance minister. Well, you've got to be shitting me. You know who Dominic LeBlanc is, right? He used to be Minister of Fisheries until he was found in violation of the Conflict of Interest Act by giving his wife's cousin a lucrative fishing contract. So we already got a box checked off to be finance minister. You're a crooked bastard. Why don't we just streamline your right in there? And not only is he a greasy bastard, but why don't we take another minister that's completely failing at their current portfolio, which is Minister of Public Safety, who's responsible for the liberal gun buyback program that so far has cost taxpayers $67 million, has not bought back one single gun. And meanwhile, violent crimes with guns surge to an all-time high in Canada, most of which are committed with firearms that are smuggled across the border from the U.S., which is a complete disaster in itself. I don't know what it is, but everywhere you turn in this country, everything's being run by a bunch of children that I wouldn't trust to make a bowl of macaroni without burning the house down, which leads me to the question of why the hell do we keep these people in government? Well, let me show you the reason these people are being kept in government. Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the NDP, who has had multiple chances throughout the last year to bring down the current Liberal government in a confidence vote, but refuses to. And he refuses to do it because he's probably going to lose his seat when it comes to an election as well. And we know that Jagmeet can't lose his seat without qualifying for his pension, which he happens to do on February 25th of 2025. But he'll tell you that this is not about his pension. Then he releases this statement immediately after the House adjourns for their 5-week Christmas break, because we all need a 5-week Christmas break, right? And he says that in the next confidence vote, the NDP is going to vote to bring down the Liberal government. Well, you gotta be shitting me. So let's just do some quick math here. January 27th, because let's take 5 weeks while there's an incoming U.S. administration that wants to put a 25% tariff on everything coming out of Canada going into the U.S. 36-day minimum federal campaign that we must run during an election. So the 27th plus 36 days takes us to the 4th of March, which is 7 days after Jagmeet Singh fully qualifies for his pension. Now tell us again, Jagmeet, how you're in this for Canadians and the little guys. Old Jagmeet's just gonna keep milking the federal government tit until he gets what he wants, when really all the rest of us want is a fucking election for Christmas. I could go on forever, but that's enough of this garbage. It's time to get in the Christmas spirit because the Quick Dick Christmas Carol, a yearly tradition, is going to be coming at you right soon. And if you haven't done it yet, it closes December 23rd at 1 p.m. It's the Big Buckles for Little Britches charity auction for the Pattison Children's Hospital. There's a link down in the notes there underneath the video there that you can click on it and go bid on a one-of-a-kind Quick Dick buckle. This is Quick Dick Vic Dick signing off, reminding you whether it's mail, cabinet, guns, or GST, you can't help but look at Justin Zoolander and say, you've got to be shitting me. Catch you next time.